While we're on this important topic, I couldn't help but also add the Chiddushei Harim, which says something somewhat similar. You can look in the second picture that we sent from the Likutei Harim. It's a collection of different things that the admor, the Chiddushei Harim, taught. And so if you look here, he talks about the story of Kayin and Hevel and the exchange between God and Kayin. Kayin was the first murderer, and God had a whole conversation with him. And the commentators are trying to understand, what was this conversation? What did God say? What did he say back? What did God answer? And so here, I'm going to say this very briefly, and you'll have to see it inside yourself to really see exactly the words. It's packaged somewhat kabbalistically, but the idea is basically that there are some people that it's easier for them to serve Hashem. It's easier for them to behave in the appropriate manner. And for other people, it is much harder. And for those other people that it's much harder, they naturally have much worse character traits. They're more complex people. Things are just difficult for them. It doesn't come easy. And so God says that he knows that it's extra hard for those people, that they have a natural inclination towards bad. He understands that. And those people, because of that, God will not judge them on the level of thought if they just have thoughts. He will only judge them for bad actions, because that's all they're capable of. At best, they're capable of behaving as best as they can. But on the level of thought, this is something that's extremely hard for them to think differently. And God programmed them that way and made them that way. And of course, we have to try and we have to improve and grow. But the point is that God expects us, at the very least, to behave in the right manner. He says, but the other people, that it comes easy for them, and they naturally have good character traits. So those people, even on the level of thought, God will expect them for their thoughts to be better, because that's something that's more in their control. The Chiddushei Harim adds one more interesting thing. He says that a person who naturally has bad character traits, that person, if he works on himself, he can actually reach a much higher, greater level spiritually than the person that it naturally comes easy for him. So at a different occasion, maybe we'll talk about this from the Tzidkas HaTzadik, from Rav Tzadok. But the takeaway is that even if it's extra hard for you and everything comes with a struggle, God understands you. God will judge you favorably. You just have to try your best. You have to do your best. On your level of thought, you have to be less concerned. You have to improve your thoughts as best as you can, of course. But it is understood by God that that's going to be an extra hard challenge for you. But at the very least, on the level of behavior, that's where you should place your focus if that's your biggest struggle right now. And if you merit to work on yourself and try really hard and change yourself as best as you possibly can, you can reach higher levels that even the guy that everything comes easy to, you can reach higher levels higher than him. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good week.